Hello, beautiful souls. How y'all doing? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Brainy, and this is Brainy Twin Gemini, where we talk about life, law of attraction, spiritual growth, fitness, love, and all good things. For an indefinite period of time, I'm going to be giving 5 lucky subscribers, viewers, a free personalized message. What do you have to do? All you have to do is, if you're a new sub, hit the subscribe, like, and comment. And if you're an existing sub, comment and like. So good luck to all of you beautiful souls. I'm going to be doing a message with feminine energy and masculine energy as it resonates for the twin flame collective energy overall. I'm going to start with the masculine energy. I do 4 cards being my birth number and what's kind of going through the masculine's current heart space. We live in the moment. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We live in the absolute moment. So always do what's in the moment. Energy is not fluid. It changes from day to day. It's not always the same. Take what resonates. Not everything will resonate with this message, and pack away what doesn't. If you have feedback for me personally, so kindly send me an email at brainytwingemini69@gmail.com, and I will welcome your feedback with an open, loving heart. All I ask is do not disrupt the loving vibe of this loving channel. So over the course of the last couple of days, the masculine energy has been going through, I want to say, tower moments, storms, clearing karma, it's just some completely dark energy. And that is necessary in order to, I want to say, cleanse the soul, but also eradicate any karmic, I want to say, trauma from the past. And you divine souls have been selected to embark on that journey to clear the karma and just pave a beautiful future for everyone that follows in your footsteps. It's tough. And sometimes it's resonated with the dark night of the soul. However you resonate. There's no right or wrong answers on this journey. And again, don't get caught up in all of this terminology, labels. It's how you feel. But as the masculine comes out of this dark energy, what seems to happen sometimes is you go through these bouts of dark energy, and it's all about healing. And then this ego starts to kick in again, because you're already in the slow vibration of the dark energy. And with the masculine, they have this sense of self-worth and regret. A couple of things with the regret. So it kind of coincides with the self-worth. So as they come into the light of oneself, because they're soul searching and they're opening up to discovery to who they truly are, they regret that they spent much of their life putting a value on their worth, and the fact that they felt worth less. And this had to do with childhood trauma. It had to do with someone always pushing them down, their self-esteem, and they just navigated their life with not having this value. So they regret not seeing this sooner. They're coming into the light. They're coming into the love of oneself, but they spent so much time on this self-worth. And that was a lot, one of the many, there's a lot of reasons twins separate, but one of it has to do, one very big attribute of this, I want to say, running or just physically separating in the 3D world is the self-worth. Both struggle with it, and again, what resonates, what doesn't. If you have beautiful self, you have, your worth is rich in billions and trillions and gazillions. Kudos to you. However, a lot of it had to do with this self-worth, and when you come in together, your love is pure, raw, and vulnerable. And the masculine always has this, I want to say, this nemesis of the ego, questioning, what does this beautiful soul see in me? What do they absolutely see in me? They're in their eyes, You are the most beautiful, gorgeous person. They see beyond the veil. Seeing beyond the veil is actually seeing into the soul. And because you've been navigating your whole entire life in this world, you're yearning for each other. And when you come into each other, there's that instant recognition, and it's so pure, it's so raw, and it's so vulnerable, and it's also almost very scary, because you have that soul recognition, and you rattle each other, and they're like kind of terrified, because they are a mess. And another big regret that they carry around on their shoulders is the regret of not ever wanting to hurt the feminine energy, even though they come to that consensus that they know they have. Because some of you, your physical separation ends so abruptly that there's more questions than there are answers. And when something like that happens, it really compromises your self-worth. And you have this self-doubt. And the masculine truly has regret. They never wanted to hurt, but the regret that they're feeling right now is after they went through this dark night of the soul, or the clearing of the karma, they're coming into the light of oneself. And it's like, why did I waste my entire life with like not loving me and all of this self-worth? I'm worthy. And so it's kind of like an oxymoron type thing, because they're coming to terms with the regret and the self-worth as they come out of the darkness, and they become to soul search, and they open themselves up to this discovery. The soul searching is it's like you're trying to find your soul. The soul is part of all of us, but sometimes we navigate, some people call it a lost soul. And you feel lost, until you find that other half of your soul. And then when you do, all hell breaks loose, unfortunately. The masculine, they're trying to balance their energy. They've surrendered to oneself and to the love. So they've completely given it to God, source, creator, divine, however you resonate. They've completely given that. They know that this is a miracle. This is a blessing. You are their miracle. They're doing everything in their energy, their power, just to balance their energy, get to a place of stability, because they desperately want to talk to you. And it will always start small. And that's exactly what happened with my twin and I. I showed up at his doorstep just randomly, and it started small, and then it just blossomed from there. And there's things that you don't see in the universe, and it's absolutely beautiful. I have Journey here, and again, it is a journey. It's a journey to oneself. It's a spiritual journey. It's searching for who you're truly meant to be. This man is, or divine masculine. Don't get caught up in the energy. You can be a female anatomy with masculine energy, which was what I predominantly was. I had to stabilize and come into feminine energy because I was more masculine. And so once I realized I had to come into that harmonious balance and restore my feminine energy, then I became balanced, and I had that equilibrium of masculine and feminine energy. But as I navigated through the journey, I was predominantly masculine. So this masculine is holding up their heart, but they're holding their heart for you. I know this is difficult, and I feel for you, because I've been there. I've been in this, like, I want to say this, I don't know. How can I explain it? It's terrible. Like, you're just, sometimes you feel like your heart has just been ripped out and stomped on. They are holding their heart. They're saving their heart. They always have their heart open for you, feminine energy. As they get through this turbulent times and they push through these temporary storms, doors are opening up for this masculine. Doors to romance. That door is you. And there's a grand symphony brewing in the universe. I was, every night before I sleep, I meditate. And the message I was getting last night was, some of you are like, well, why isn't this happening now? And, sometimes, it takes time, unfortunately. By the grace of, our Creator, I was only in physical separation for 18 months after we came into physical union and then reunion. However, we crossed paths for at least 30 years in the 3D world. It's just uncanny, like how many places we were at the same time, and we never, ever talked, but our aura, our energy went by each other. And then when we found each other, it was just incredible. Some people come together after a year, a month, 10 years, whenever your soul, I feel like it's graduated to that purity and that innocence. So, these messages are for whomever. I just read a comment yesterday where two beautiful souls came into each other, and it started like, hello, how are you? It doesn't start like fast and furious. Once you get into that energy, it does happen fairly quickly after that, because you truly want to be together in the physical world. But it is absolutely beautiful, and I love it so much. And if you're new, I believe in signs and synchronicities. Oh, and this is another message that I received last night as well. Sixth sense. So we all know about five senses, but I feel like when twins come into each other, they activate that sixth sense. It could be if you resonate it with third eye. Now, animals instinctively have a sixth sense. And I feel, and many of you, when you come into each other, in whichever form it may be, physical is physical. You don't need to physically touch. Again, there's all these experts of nothing out there saying, oh, you have to be physically. No, physical is 3D, and 3D is talking in this world. So that's third dimensional. Fifth dimensional is something where it's at the soul level. Third dimensional is body. It's blood, bone, muscle, however. So don't get caught in that either, because I've heard some people sending me messages, oh, you have, no, you do not. So yeah, anyways, you have that sixth sense activated. And when that activates, I feel like animals are magnetized towards you. You may feel it too. If you walk into a room and some of your soul tribe, they have pets, they'll instinctively go to you. Why is that? Because they know your sixth sense is open. And that's why many times these beautiful creatures of nature come to you, because they feel comfortable, because they know that you're awakened. And these beauties of nature come with messages. It's not a coincidence, and I firmly believe that. Lately we have been, and this hasn't happened until, it happened in 2020 when I was still in physical separation with my beloved soul, and then it just happened now in 2023. So what it was all of these beautiful birds were having babies. Naturally, that's spring and it's rebirth. But for whatever reason, all these babies were in my backyard. And they, there was baby robins, baby doves, everything. Baby rabbits, like just babies everywhere. And I hadn't seen it for a few years, and then I started seeing it again just recently. The exact same, I want to say, rebirth that it was a few years ago. So I feel like there's a rebirth in this dynamic of this journey, because my beloved and I are back together. So if I'm seeing this and I'm seeing the dynamic a few years later. That means any of you, I feel like we're in 2019, coming into your twin flame. I feel like because this is resurrecting, many of you are sinking and coming into physical reunion without you even knowing it. But the masculine's animal message today is number 28, and it's frog spirit, and it's clear the clutter. And they are clearing the clutter. Not only are they clearing the clutter of their mind, they're clearing the clutter around them. And when you have it you know, when things are just like there's zero clutter, you can focus, meditate, and just clear the clutter like from your mind. So it's very, very beautiful. I love it also very much. And these are the loving messages for you today. Love generates love. You will receive positive confirmation of this in the next few days. Keep on loving, and you will keep on receiving ever greater blessings in return. And I love that so much. Like, I don't read these people. It just freaks me out because I feel like something's coming in the next few days. And you will receive confirmation of this. And a profound transformation is taking place in your life. Be yourself. You have much to offer the world by just being you. Your love has the power to transform all things, including your relationship and love life. And a profound transformation is taking place. A rebirth for both of you, resurrection, and the love that you emanate for each other truly, truly heals each other. So that's what I have for the masculine energy. What do we have for beautiful, beautiful feminine? Beautiful, beautiful feminine energy. So your energy is a little bit mixed right now. You're feeling stuck in the 3D world, and this is maybe perhaps a block in the connection. I can't believe how your energy is so, I want to say energetically tied to the masculine energy right now, because you're both going through a little bit of, I want to say it's always temporary darkness, and you feel each other's energy. And sometimes that dark energy, even though it's not good at the time, it is actually necessary, because it forces you to look at some of these, I want to say, egoic, emotions that we need to overcome. So it brings us awareness to you. And when you're in the darkness, it actually brings awareness of what really, truly you're meant to heal within yourself. So it is, temporary. You may be feeling stuck, but love is all around. The masculine energy, had a very important message. Love generates love, and there will be some profound news, or you'll receive positive confirmation of this in the next few days. And I feel like this is the reason why this truth card is here. Truths are coming to you in the next few days. Now, truth is a couple of things as it resonates for you, feminine energy, because you are feeling a little bit confused. I know we're twin flames, but I'm confused. Confusion shrouds this connection. I feel like a lot of people just walk away from the connection. And if that's what you have to do for your own self-love and your own life fulfillment, then do so. There's no written rule that you need to be together in this lifetime. There isn't, even though your soul yearns for it. Sometimes the other soul is just not ready. But I don't speak of that, because I feel like we all will be together in beautiful reunion. You go through anger, you go through love. It's a roller coaster. Confusion, oh my gosh, confusion is there, I would say, constantly in the background. But the truth card is, be true to you. Be true to your heart. What does your heart say? If your heart says something, follow the voice of your heart and not the noise of your mind, because that can put you in eternal prison of oneself. And that's just the life in general. Your mind can be your greatest hurdle in life. We tend to overthink. We tend to do a lot of things. If your heart is saying one thing, follow that truth, because your heart will never steer you in the wrong direction, ever, never. I'm trapped in the vortex of the vibration of the low vibration in the 3D world. Absolutely. There are so many energy vampires out there. There's so many parasites out there. You are a beautiful, kind, loving, generous soul. And as I said, your sixth sense, your third eye has been activated. And some people want to come and steal the light. I feel like, I don't know if it's a natural phenomenon, but you know, when I'm walking, I'm smiling all the time. My nickname is Smiley. And, you know, people instinctively smile back. But then some people, I can just feel this really dark, angry energy. And then it's like they're taking all of that loving energy. If they need it, they can take it. It's all theirs. Because evidently they do. But I feel like feminine energy, you're trapped. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling confused. And you yourself is blocking that connection. Your love does flow through you energetically and effortlessly. And this confusion, I'm going through a forced spiritual awakening. I'm confused. So it seems like there's a little bit of confusion going on. You know your twin flames, but you're confused. And likely because you're attaching some labels in the 3D world. Your 3D is exactly what I said. It's matter. M-A-T-T-E-R. It's what we can physically touch, hear, see. That's third dimensional, right? Fifth dimensional is soul. And you cannot see your own soul. Even though when you come into your twin, you have soul recognition. And when you look into their eyes, it's almost like a gateway to the soul. You can see sometimes, if you're so powerfully connected, you can see into the soul and the trauma. And you know, it does flow, and energetically and effortlessly, and I love it. Let it go. You're in some, I want to say, time machine, some black hole, and it's you know what, it's natural. So don't beat yourself up. You know, when I was in this journey, honestly thought I needed to see someone, because I was living La Vida Loca my life, and then all of a sudden I went into a tailspin. This forced awakening, this confusion, all of these the awareness, seeing all these signs and synchronicities of them. I'm like, what is happening to me? I'm losing my identity, but I came into the most beautiful version of myself. And with this truth, again, be careful. There's a lot of, I want to say, imposters out there pretending to be something they're not. And you're maybe not listening to the truth out there. When I was on this journey back in 2019, when we went into physical separation, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I did watch a few videos. A few. I can count on one hand. And I'm like, this isn't right. You know, these imposters are taking advantage of, you know, people's vulnerable hearts. Quantity does not necessarily always mean quality. Beware, okay, of the truths that you're listening to. You're on the right path, you know, temple path. You're definitely on the right path. You're where you're meant to be right at this moment, and you're unraveling some truths about oneself. A truth is coming to you. You know, your masculine is saying you will receive positive affirmation of this, and I just feel like even if it's not your masculine physically speaking to you, there will be some profound positive affirmation that will come to you that'll restore your faith and the truth of your heart. And once it does, the door to romance is opening for both of you. How is it that the masculine gets this and you get it too, feminine energy? It's not a coincidence. I let the cards fall the way they fall. And, you know, I just shuffle and let them fall. One, you know, if you're not a new sub, you know how this works for me. And the door to romance is opening for both of you. It truly is. And up the strategy, number 21. I feel like with you, feminine energy, you need to come up with a strategy that works for you, and get out of just to let go and let God, creator, divine source, however you resonate, let it go, and articulate a strategy on how you can let it go. Now, meditating, freeing your mind, breathing in, you know, 4 times, exhaling 6 times, focus on the breathing and the movement in your stomach. And after a little while, if you just focus on that breathing, that noise seems to disappear. Journaling is a great release of emotions. I had someone comment yesterday asking, you know, you journal, it's a release, you know, and it whatever you're feeling at that moment, write it down. There's profound messages in writing, and sometimes you don't realize it, and then you go back and you're like, wow, you know, that's great. So, you know, you may be feeling stuck, but just know that something profound is coming in on the way, and follow the truth of your heart. You know, it is frustrating. Sometimes you just want to throw and whip things. Like, why is this happening to me? It's happening because it's meant to. And that's all I have to say about that. Even though it's most confusing, you get the answers when you're meant to, okay? And sometimes there's divine little messengers on the way, and nature's messengers as well, and numbers. They all mean something. You have that sixth sense. And your nature message today, or animal message today, is number 41, Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. So even though you may not feel it in the moment, your love is, there's love all around you. This is protected like no tomorrow. It truly is a discovery, a self-discovery of oneself. And when you get to that destination, if you follow the voice of the heart, that's when the magic truly occurs. So, beautiful, beautiful message for you. And the message is, everything happens for a reason. And even though the reason sometimes is unclear, I graciously accept all that transpires in a knowing that it unfolds through love, in accordance with the divine will of my soul. Wow, isn't that beautiful? It always unfolds through love. And sometimes it does seem unclear, which resonates with confusion. But accept and let go. And the next message is, you, my beloved, are like a ray of sunshine. I breathe in your air, and all my concerns melt away, and all that is left is pure joy. Thank you, my beloved. I say twin soul here. It says soulmate, but I say twin soul, because this is a twin soul collective reading. So, beautiful message for both of your beautiful souls. Love is in the air. Love is all around. Expect a profound truth or sign for this to come in the coming days. Have a beautiful day, folks.